In this video, we're going to be breaking down Andrew Schulz and his latest Netflix special, Life. What was good about it? What was bad? Can it be improved? And was it a success? Let's go. Now, this for me is where cinema meets stand-up comedy. I've got to say, this is one of my favorite stand-up specials of the year. Probably one of my favorite in a long, long time. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. Now, let's start with the intro. We kick things off straight in with a joke. Now, this is a good way of avoiding that awkward entrance onto the stage, which can be difficult to come up with something good and original. I actually really like this alternative idea. As soon as we hit that first punchline, we transition into a film-style montage of Andrew in his early years, a glimpse into his life, and we see his career come to this very moment. As he walks on stage, we've got this really cool silhouette intro, choreographed with the lighting changes. This, for me, is absolutely mega. We then cut back to the point in the set that we left right at the start, after his introduction joke. As an intro all around, it doesn't get much better than this for me, and I'm actually recommending this to a lot of comics that we're working with. Now, literally everything about this special is absolutely awesome in terms of how it was filmed with the cameras and lighting. We've actually got cinematic side lighting, where you see the shadows drop across Andrew's face. This is a cinematic style of lighting that you would normally see in movies. Now, this is definitely planned, and I wouldn't be surprised if days have been spent in the pre-production on the lighting alone. Let's have a quick look at camera angles then. First of all, we've got the front shots. We've got a slightly wide, and then we've got a close up. I love that these cameras are mostly always moving with slow zooms in as well. I imagine this has been done in the edit to slowly crop the image in rather than risking messing up a live shot on the night. We do have some side shots. I've said in the past I'm not always a massive fan of these, as they can sort of remove you from the conversation if the comic is talking to you, the viewer. But we see that Andrew is very high energy and lots of moving hands, and some of the movement wouldn't be captured so well if it was a straight on shot. It might be lost in translation. We've got a great mix of reverse shots and side shots that actually show the audience and Andrew's energy once again as he moves to the front of the stage and on those monitors. We've got some sections of stories where there are a lot of cuts on the cameras. Now, these cuts are needed because Andrew is very high energy. He's a great storyteller with lots of twists, turns, and punchlines, and we have really quick switches of camera angles, cutting to build the tension and then have maximum impact on the punchlines. Now, watching through the video as a viewer, it's sometimes easier to fall out of the moment because you're not in the room on the night with no distractions. Cutting from a wide to a close-up and then back to a wide again makes you keep attention through the visuals. Sometimes it's actually easier to understand a joke visually before you understand it auditorily. With Andrew, there's lots of twists and turns and punchlines in his stories, and so getting this across in the edit is actually a really important and difficult job. Andrew, like most great comics, can hold the audience in the room, but we have to rely on the help of editors to hold the audience through a screen. We have this low-down side angle, which is being shot through the audience. I absolutely love this. I imagine this particular camera was probably actually on the stairs or at the end of the stalls, right up against the wall, at least trying to eyeball the venue from the different angles. That's what I presume. A quick mention about the lighting again, but this time on the audience. The whole thing is super well lit, and you can see the audience reactions. There's a couple of close-ups. They are very rare, but they are very high quality. Most venues, even when filming specials, have the audience in darkness, and a lot of cameras can struggle in the low light, and even some Netflix specials have horrible grainy dark footage of crowd shots, although the production crews, ourselves included, are doing a better job nowadays of planning their way around this, because we do know how important it is, but forward planning on lighting setups prior to the show is where it's at. Now, I want to talk about set design. My God, this whole thing looks amazing. The entire background is a big digital screen, which is how we can see that silhouette effect right at the start, just literally blasting white light right across the screen. The background is an amazing piece of stage and set design as well. The screen is later used to show a video that tells the story of his child, which is what the whole show and theme is about. Just a bit more on the digital screen. This means that the set design can be fully customized and changed on the day to suit the room. With physical items, props and backgrounds or backdrops, sometimes you're limited, and this is where it is what it is attitude can come into some productions. Now, I might just say it, I think this is the best produced special that I've ever seen. So, was it a success? Well, in doing the research for the video, we normally try and find some clips online. I was surprised that there wasn't many clips across YouTube or socials at all. There was only a handful of clips on Netflix's official channel, and they didn't exactly have huge numbers of views either. Now, this doesn't make sense because Andrew's self-release special on YouTube has had over 20 million views alone. I don't know if I've just missed the boat with this one and there was a ton of marketing done at the time that I didn't see, but it doesn't seem like there was much evidence from them leveraging the clips from the show. That said, because the show was linked heavily through just one big story, it might have been difficult to find a load of standalone clips. I was surprised to not see a fully produced trailer, although there was a crossover with Matt Damon at the time, which must have done most of the marketing push. I'm just going to say it, this special is one of my favourites of all time. It's definitely in my top 5. Now, if you're a comedian looking to film your next special, that is what we do best, so drop us a message for more information.